Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spring 2021 Career Trek hosted by the University of Wisconsin River Falls. It's 2 o'clock and we are going to get started on time here today. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Just a reminder, at 2:05, we will stop the registration for the Zoom, just because we have been Zoom bombed before. And I think everyone who's attending today knows that they need to be on the call at 2. And so just wanted to let you know that. My name is Melissa Wilson. I'm the Director of Career Services at the University of Wisconsin River Falls, coming to you live from Rodley Hall on the UWRF campus today. So really excited to feature our employer. So thank you for joining us today. A special thanks also to Haley Carr from UW Superior. These treks are hosted every week at 2 o'clock, and Haley is at every single one of them. She is our tech guru, and she makes sure everything runs smoothly. And so a huge thanks to Haley. She's also on the UW System Career Trek Committee. So big applause to Haley for always being there and making sure everything runs smoothly. In the chat feature right now, I am going to post the registration link. So even though you've registered in Zoom as a student, that's not the official registration. So please register with the link that I just put out in the chat. I'll do that again, probably around the 2:10 mark. I won't make an announcement, but I'll just put it in the chat again. But just know that that is your opportunity to officially register for the Zoom today. We will have some time at the end for Q&A, and those will be asked in the chat. And so as you think of questions, if you want to, put them in the chat early, that's okay. Otherwise, at the end, that's where we will field the questions from those attending today, is in the chat area. We started the UW System Career Treks last fall. Many UW System schools hosted in-person career treks previously, and with the pandemic and COVID and everything kind of moving virtually, we decided to partner, and all 13 campuses host a trek during each semester. And so 13 were hosted in the fall, and by the end of spring, we will have hosted 13 again for a total of 26. We're really excited to host the trek today with Turnkey Corrections and 3 Square Market. And then I also want to let you know that next week's trek will be hosted by UW Eau Claire and will feature Royal Credit Union, RCU, which is a credit union in our region that we'll be really excited to host. So we've got some live polling here so our presenters can see maybe kind of what schools you're from. And so if students could start to just fill out the live poll, then our presenters will know kind of where you're from here. While we're waiting for people to fill that out, we also record every trek. So just so you know, the trek today is recorded and will be live on our Career Treks page, usually by the following Wednesday. So usually it takes us about a week to get it out there. So just check that out next week, but those are recorded as well. So it looks like we've got this poll open. All right. So lots of sophomores and juniors on the Zoom today. That's great. And it looks like River Falls is in the lead with the most students here. So thank you, Haley, for sharing that with us. And so I will stop sharing my screen now. It's great to see everybody's faces now that I see the full Zoom here. So thanks for tuning in again today. The official registration link is in the chat, and we will have time for Q&A at the end. And so at this time, I am going to turn the presentation over to Jack Bach, who will start things off from our featured company today. So Jack, the floor is all yours.
Thanks a lot, Melissa. I appreciate it. And thank you, Haley, for your efforts this week. We appreciate it a lot. Anyways, welcome everyone. We're very happy that all of you could make it. It's great to see all these young smiling faces. Coming from myself, I graduated from St. John's University in central Minnesota, a small Division III college, in 2018. So I participated in the internship here at Turnkey Corrections in 3 Square Market in 2018. And now I've worked here for almost 2 full years. So I'll get into my story a little bit later. But anyways, I wanted to introduce a video we're going to show you all. So our interns, when they come in this summer, they have an ultimate goal, and that's a final project. It can be based off of their major, their interests, whatever they're passionate about, or it could maybe be more of a random assignment that, you know what, they're gonna have to learn how to do it. So this project came from Shiloh Ballard. He is a student at the Wisconsin River Falls University, and he's a computer science major. So besides putting him up in development with all of our developers, we chose to put him in marketing and use some of his skills that he's used through on-campus jobs to create a promotional video for our internship program. So Haley's gonna play that for us, and please enjoy.
So you're looking for an internship? Well, let me introduce you to Turnkey 32M, a leader in telecom, commissary, and self-pay market technology. The program here is unlike any other. You won't be working all 12 weeks in your field. Instead, you'll be given the opportunity to work within a variety of departments that all help facilitate the company's growth and success. These departments include finance, software development, IT, customer service, warehouse, marketing, and more. Beyond working with these departments, you'll also have the opportunity to work on group projects with other interns and department managers focused on innovation and leadership. This internship won't just prepare you for your field. You will be prepared for the entire corporate world. If you're looking to gain unique experience and lifelong relationships, find your second family here at Turnkey Corrections 3 Square Market.
All right, thanks for watching. That's a small sample of one of our interns' works that they completed last year. They kind of highlighted our company culture as well as the rotation between departments. If you saw warehouse, marketing, IT, you name it. So we'll get more in depth with the internship program itself later. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce Patrick Mcmullen, the president of 3 Square Market, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself and the company.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Patrick Mcmullen. I am the president of 3 Square, and I'm just going to show you what is 3 Square. Everybody always asks, what do you do? And I'm just going to give you a short little sample. We're a self-pay convenience store that's located inside break rooms across the United States, Europe, Japan, Australia, and other places across the globe. And when you look at it, it's, as you can see here, this is a sample of some of the products that we offer in it. This company, it grew out of the jail business that Dewey's going to talk about here in just a couple of minutes. But myself, I'm originally from Minnesota. I'm a Tommy. I graduated back in 1993. But I live down here, and I think the beauty of the Zoom world is that today I'm physically in Arizona. So I think it's great to be able to connect with all of you and see all the faces. And that's the one thing I'm really happy about this trek, is that everybody's got their cameras turned on today. So I get to see and get to engage with all of you. But we're a booming business. We're very excited about our future, and that future is being shaped by people like Jack, like James, like Kylie, like all the other young graduates that we have that have really contributed significantly since we changed our hiring focus a few years ago to hire college graduates right out of the gate, teach them, show them the different things, and really help them build our business. And so really excited to be part of this, really excited to share with you what we do. But most importantly, the talking today is going to be done not by myself or by Dewey. It's going to be done mostly by your peers, folks just recently out of college, to tell them about our business more and our experiences. So really excited again to be part of this. We appreciate the opportunity, and we hope that you get a lot out of it listening to our team. So Dewey, I think you're next to take it from here and talk a little bit about Turnkey.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Haley, and thank you, Melissa. This is a great opportunity for us to kind of showcase who we are and what we do. Patrick touched a little bit on 3 Square Market. I'm going to touch a little bit on Turnkey, but before I do, to our core, we are a technology company across both businesses. We're a family-owned company located here in River Falls. We attract great young talent from around the area, including the River Falls area, but all across Wisconsin, and candidly in parts of Minnesota as well. So who is Turnkey Corrections? If you take a look behind me, I'm sitting in our demo area right now. Turnkey Corrections, again, is a technology company. We provide services to county jails and to prisons. Services such as commissary, vending, email, text messaging, video visitation. We have our own phone company as well. And in addition, we have kind of first out in the market, a one-stop shop, thanks Jake, a one-stop shop handheld device that looks like this. You probably can't see all of it. It's called Cellmate. And this is really a kiosk in our hand. So back here to over my left shoulder, you can see a kiosk. We are a company that is a vertically integrated company, which means we do pretty well everything ourselves. If you are fortunate enough to have an internship here, and we would love to have you, you will see that we have a metal shop here. We've got a wood shop, we've got an assembly area. We do everything ourselves right underneath our 135,000 square foot building here. We also have our own programmers. We write our own software, and so that really helps us differentiate versus the competition. From a leadership perspective, we've got really strong leaders here. I like to call them agents of change. We lead by example. Candidly, we get things done. During COVID in 2020, many companies were laying folks off. We did not. As a matter of fact, we leapfrogged the competition in many areas. We kind of hunkered down and said, what can we do different from a change perspective? And so we did that. We set very firm expectations, and we hold folks accountable, which is a good thing. Folks really want to be held accountable. At the end of the day, this is a performance-driven environment, and for those folks that perform, they get rewarded for that in a big way. We also allow our managers to do their job. They're able to set goals. We support them. We provide what I like to call air cover. We hold them accountable. And it is an environment where people are excited to come to work every morning. Patrick didn't mention this, but we are very connected in this one mission across all of our businesses: relentless innovation, service, execution. We like to call it Rise to Success. And we have a very unique, highly successful intern program. Hopefully you will consider us when looking for an internship. We would love to have you. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to one of our intern alumni and graduates from the University of Wisconsin, River Falls, Kylie Eckert.
Thanks, Dewey. Hi, everybody. My name's Kylie. I graduated from the University of Wisconsin, River Falls last spring, and I interned at Turnkey Corrections in 3 Square Market the summer before I graduated, so back in 2019. If you could pick any internship, I would highly, highly suggest coming to 3 Square Market and Turnkey Corrections. I absolutely loved my experience here. I went to school for management, but it coming here, it really helped me find out what I liked doing and what I didn't like doing. Because you get to do everything in the company, you really get to see what you like doing. For example, I worked in assembly. I had no idea how to solder, and I learned how to do that over the summer. I also worked in marketing, customer service, finance, and you go throughout all of the different departments within the company. On top of that, we also did a lot of team building activities. So we got to go to a soccer game. We also went to a comedy show. I know this last summer they also went to an escape room. So we do a lot of fun things outside of work as well. But then inside work, you're also challenged with different activities that management or whichever department you're in, they challenge you with different things that you wouldn't normally get to do inside the classroom. And then to end off the summer, you get to do a project that you work on the entire summer and present it to all the executives, which is kind of intimidating, but was an awesome experience to say the least. Currently right now, after my internship, they offered me a full-time position, which was awesome because I didn't have to worry about what I was going to be doing after graduation. I already knew what I was going to be doing. So I am currently right now my title is account executive. So I work directly with all the 3 Square operators in the jails. And if they have any issues that come up, I help them right away and help troubleshoot or solve any issues or questions that they have. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. You're probably not ever going to have the opportunity again to have both Patrick and Dewey in the same Zoom call again, and they're presidents of the company. So I highly encourage you to ask questions if you have any. Also to me and James and Jack and Dom also. So please ask questions if you have any. But without further ado, I believe, James, you are next.
Nice job, Kylie. I've got a tough act to follow there. So yeah, thanks for having us on, everyone. But we're just kind of running through, where we started and where we are now and different things. So I started by graduating from University of Wisconsin La Crosse, actually. So I saw on the poll there was 1% that said Platteville or La Crosse. So maybe we have an eagle here, I'm not sure. But I grew up in River Falls. I went to La Crosse, graduated, and then I actually started by working in our overnight customer service. So I helped our international team as an account executive. So I worked from 1 a.m. to about 9 a.m. So that was a good experience to kind of get into it right away and learn the system. So I ended up doing that for about 4 months, and then I kind of transitioned more to the days, like what Kylie's doing now. And then I actually moved to a senior account executive position that helped more specifically with our larger customers, kind of helping them on a bigger scale, as well as onboarding new customers. So as soon as our sales team would secure a new account, just teaching them the system, helping them get everything set up, and kind of doing that whole onboarding process, which really helped me kind of learn everything there is to know about our system. And then I kind of transitioned now to inside sales. And so I'm cold calling a lot of clients or potential clients, trying to get them on board, selling them different features, things like that. But yet then I still do some aspects of working with our current customers, helping out our West Coast sales manager here, and kind of working on that end. I'm actually with Patrick in Arizona now, so that's been a really cool experience that I've been able to move away for a little bit here and experience a little bit better winter climate, and been able to enjoy some of the perks of a company that truly is nationwide, international, things like that. So I've kind of helped out internationally, as well as now I'm in Arizona. So 3 Squares definitely allowed me to do a lot of different things early on in my career, and that's been really awesome. So that's about it for me. So I think Dom Schlepper's got it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for everyone being on here. We really appreciate you taking the time to learn a little bit more about our company, get to meet us a little bit, and then, of course, ask questions at the end. So as James had said, my name is Dominic Schlepper. I am currently the customer service manager for both Turnkey and 3 Square. So I'm really just dealing a lot with both sides of the company. I get the good, bad, and the ugly for both sides of the company, do a lot on both sides. Really enjoyed it. I've been with the company now for 2 years. I graduated from St. John's University in central Minnesota in 2018. Majored in business communications. I started out doing something, an account manager type job in the cities when I first graduated from college, but really didn't like it too much. However, I've heard about this job, started out here in customer service as an account executive, and I just absolutely loved it. I spent about a year to a year and a half as an account executive, up until my recent promotion to customer service manager. And now I've been in this role for about 6 to 7 months. I've just really enjoyed my time here. Love solving issues for our customers and being a resource to all of our customers. We've got an incredible workforce here, incredible team. Honestly, it's awesome. We are on the front lines for the customers, and obviously it's our duty to help them with whatever they need. It's really been a great pleasure for me to learn about all parts of our company and serve as a resource for them. We have a lot of fun. We've got a great team, and really continue to just grow each and every day. We're excited for bright minds like you all to come in and help our company progress. So really appreciate you taking the time. And I'm going to hand it back over to Jack Bach now. He's going to give you a little bit more background into the actual internship.
Thanks, Dom. Nice work. Just to give Dom a little more kudos, we have right around 200 jails across the nation. We have over 2,000 micro markets in the US, in England, in Europe, and like Patrick said, even Japan. So if you look behind me, this is what one of our markets looks like. This is the one in our headquarters. Anything goes wrong in a jail, a micro market, Kylie and Dom Schlepper are the one that are going to figure it out. So it's a big task, and an account executive is a pretty serious gig. So just saying that, I introduced myself before for those who weren't listening. I graduated St. John's in 2019. I then rewind 1 year, 2018, I did the internship program. I'll do a little background on it. The way the program works is it's a rotational internship, which really diversifies the work that each intern will be doing throughout the summer. We really do cater your schedule particular to your major, your interests. If you love marketing, we'll maybe get you in marketing for 2 weeks. The first day you walk into the office, the internship this year starts on June 1st, which is a Tuesday after Memorial Day. You get handed a final project. This final project is the ultimate test. Like Kylie said, you'll be presenting this in front of the entire board of execs and both owners of the company. So that's your final test, your final interview. And that's the ultimate goal throughout the summer. So as we rotate through finance, marketing, customer service, sales, private projects for both Dewey and Patrick themselves. And these are projects that aren't crunching numbers, aren't making things up. These make an impact to our company. We take all work that's done by interns and everyone in the building, and that's seriously looked at to make recommendations, changes, just to improve the way our company is working. So we really do have a hands-on internship, and it's a job not like any other where you'll be shaking hands, meeting everyone through departments. You'll be working directly with department managers, which is a great opportunity to network, get to know people, and of course, for the ultimate goal, learn a little bit more about your final project and what you should be working on. So when I went through the internship program, I was with a pretty good class. We had about 9 or 10 interns, quite a few from St. John's. That was kind of the birthing grounds of the internship program, I'd like to say at least. Anyways, great summer, but interestingly enough, Dewey said we have a metal shop and a wood shop for all of our manufacturing and production. There was a few busy weeks. They didn't have enough manpower back there. I was fortunate enough to be there early, So I really learned the ins and outs of the wood shop and the assembly room where we manufacture all of our self-pay kiosks, self-pay terminals, just like you'd see in a Walmart or anywhere you check out and it's self-pay. Scan your item, pay for the item, you're on your way. So anyways, I was really involved with the hands-on portion of the internship in the wood shop and the assembly room, which led to a pretty cool opportunity. Who's not on the call, Tony Dana. He's the director of 3 Square Market over in England. We have an office in Birmingham, which is just about 2 hours north of London. Everyone knows where London is. It's sad, not that many people know where Birmingham is. But anyways, he had started that company just about a year before I got there. And the next big mission was they need a wood shop. They need a warehouse. They need people back there that know what they're doing and how to organize it. So after I graduated college, my first assignment was getting flown out to England, Birmingham, England for 6 months. One of the best experiences of my life. Of course, you're living in a different country. You get that much, it's a lot of culture shock, even though you're going to England and they all speak English. It's a different world over there. And even working in that world was really special. So I absolutely loved my first 6 months. Once I came back, I was nearing a year into it before they asked me to go back. So I just went back to England last fall, and I was there till just about Thanksgiving time. So we have offices in Arizona, we have offices in England, and Dewey's got warehouses located all around the nation for Turnkey. So we got Kansas City, Salt Lake City, Fargo, North Dakota, just to name a few. So we're spread out. There's opportunity everywhere. If you're like James and you're trying to get the heck out of Minnesota, you know what? Our Arizona office is growing, and we really are pushing to get more young professionals on our team, whether it's Turnkey, 3 Square. At the end of the day, we're one cohesive team and we work as one unit. Dewey mentioned we're a family-owned business. It's a great community. The number one reason I came here after my internship was culture. That's a pretty big question by a lot of people when we're going through interviews. Well, tell me what the company's like. Tell me about the culture. You know what? It's a great time. Kylie even mentioned some of the extracurricular activities. Our managers and the owners do a great job at making us feel like we're meant to be here and that we're really valued. So that's really important when you're looking into this. Where do you want to work? Do you want to go the corporate route, or do you really want to find a home and find your place at a company like this? I guess I'll ask a question. No one has to answer it, but what are you looking for when you're applying for internships? When you're looking, is it because you need a job, you need to pay rent, you want some money? Is it because you know someone and maybe that's the easy way out? And you know what? My dad's friends with the owner of this bank. Let me give that a shot. And maybe you didn't really enjoy it. For those of you that are maybe looking at internships and thinking, geez, I'm a business admin major, I'm a finance major, but I'm not really sure if that's my calling. This is the internship for you. There's finance everywhere throughout marketing analysis to our warehouse and the detailed pick lists and ordering and logistical work that they do back there. I mean, it's just to the extremes as far as financial work goes. If you like marketing, we have a large department that serves 2 very different companies, and both are unique and both jobs are different. So if you're one of those people looking for an internship and you just kind of want to feel around, what do I really want to do once I graduate? This is a great way to either eliminate a few things off your list or really nail down what you want to do. At Turnkey Corrections and 3 Square Market, we are not hiring people for a summer job. The goal of this isn't to go through the 12 weeks and you're on to school, you're graduating, and you're on to the job search again. It's a competition. We don't hire everyone. We've had quite a few applications already, and we're still 2 months out. It's a competition at the end of the day, and we want the best of the pack. And those best, we're going to offer full-time jobs, and we really want you to sign it. There's tons of movement in this company. It's grown massively within the last 5 years. Just myself being 2 years in, I mean, I see multiple paths I could go on anywhere in this company. So the opportunities are endless. It's a great family company. And if you don't know exactly what you want to do, what you're studying, come give it a shot here at River Falls, because we do a superb job with our projects, our rotation, and just the overall treatment of our employees. So that's kind of the gist of our internship program. It's 12 weeks, like I said, starts June 1st. And we'd love to hear any questions you have about specifically the internship program or either company or really anything off the top of your head. So please fire away in the chat, and we'll make sure to address every question we see.
So we have some questions already. That's fabulous. One is from Abby Nelson. The question, she knows that during the internship, you have different jobs that you get to kind of try out and experience. Do you have any that are more criminal justice focused or more focused on the actual jails or prisons? Great question, Abby.
You know, it could be Dewey's Avenue, but I can definitely answer that. So we had a criminal justice major in the program last year. His final project was catered specifically to his major, and really dealt with he was a minor in psychology, I should add in, but it was dealing with the mental state of a prisoner. What's acceptable to sell them? What is healthy for them to be using, whether it's consuming or consuming with their mind? What sort of things do we need to look at a deeper level when we are dealing with inmates, ultimately as our product? In a way, we sell the jails use our products, but we know there's going to be hundreds of inmates using our features. Do we need to load them up with junk food? Could we look at healthy options? Could we look at educational material that maybe you read a book, you get to watch a movie? We've looked into all of those things, and maybe Dewey, if you'd like to expand a little bit on there, but most definitely computer science isn't necessarily a top intern here, or we don't see many of them. I should have phrased that differently, but he worked almost 4 weeks directly with all of our software engineers and had some pretty dang cool projects. So whatever your major is, we'll find a fit for you.
Let me just add to that. Thanks, Jack. Turnkey Corrections offers great opportunities. Somebody, I think, put out there, you know, what sort of requirements are there out there to work for Turnkey? What we're looking for is we're looking for young business professionals that have a bias to lead, that are great people. At the end of the day, our end customer are inmates. We need to better understand what the unmet needs are for them, and we provide services that are candidly the lifeline out to the outside world, to their loved ones, to their moms and their dads, or their girlfriends or their wives or their kids. And we take that very, very seriously. And the services we provide are critically important to them. And when we have technology, so sometimes things don't always go perfect. It could be, internet connection on one side or the other. We're always there to help them. And we're there to answer the phone. And that's really Dom and his team, Kylie included, that are there. And those are our customers. And we take that whole relationship with them very seriously.
Thanks. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Dewey. Another question from Lauren Pender. For those that went through the internship program, is there anything you wish you would have known before you started the internship?
The only thing I would say is just do a little bit of research. That's as simple as going on Google, looking up some things that are going on in our industry, whether it's the self-pay vending industry or the jail industry, commissary communication within jails, county jails, and just poking around a little bit and seeing what you can learn, just so you have a ground idea of what companies you're coming to work for when you show up day one. Like I said, you'll be getting that final project on day one, which can be a little intimidating, but the more you know, the better. By no means are you going to be an expert when you walk in the door, but you will have a head up on anyone who has no idea who they're working for. So that's some advice, but otherwise come in with a great attitude. And when you're rotating department to department, be ready for it. Be ready for it. The weeks go by really fast when you rotate like that. So stay positive and just be ready for anything that comes at you.
We have a question from Dakota Goldbeck in regards to showing interest in possibly moving away from the River Falls location, like maybe to Arizona or England. What would you as a company kind of be looking for in regards to a timeline? And then how can students prepare for that?
Why don't I at least start there, given I'm the guy that's physically in Arizona. And I would first of all approach this job only from the mindset that it's in River Falls. That's the first thing. If you have aspirations to seek warmer weather, our focus as a business is in headquarters. And I think if any of you that have been to our building, you're going to see that it's a very dynamic place. We built it, we designed it, and there's a lot of personality that we put into it that really reflects our business. So that's the culture that we have built. That word's been used a couple times already. So take that from day one, is that your focus. So if you have aspirations to see other parts of the world, it's possible. And rest assured, there's opportunities, as was listed by Jack, in different cities and different places. And if the opportunities are earned and created, rest assured, then we're going to take you to those places. But your focus should be in River Falls, and namely, you'll see why. It's a beautiful place. We take a lot of pride in how it looks and so forth. So to expand upon that, I want to just, if we could, introduce one other person that's from our leadership team, that she's on the call. And Cindy, maybe you could expand a little bit. Cindy Remington, who's our Director of Human Resources. So Cindy, do you want to expand upon that, if you don't mind? And then the team, all the folks participating, can see you as well.
Well, Cindy, I think you're on mute still.
So maybe,
There we go.
there you go.
So the internship program, like Patrick has said, is the goal is to, successfully complete our program for the 12 weeks. Jack did a very nice job explaining how that system works. And our thought is that you come work here in River Falls and you start out at the ground level. You get to know, like Kylie spoke of, customer service. You get to know the customers, both on the 3 Square Market side and the Turnkey Corrections side. So you get the core of our business and what we're all about. That better puts you in a better position to be able to, if you want to go into inside sales or project manager, you're in a better position to understand what we're all about. And it sets you up to succeed, rather than, move you into a position where you're not ready for. So our system, we've been doing it for a few years, and it's proven just from the testimonials of our interns and our now current employees that they've been very successful. And I think we'll continue to work on that. So does that answer your question, Patrick?
I think then you did it really, really well. And as I said, I think the most important thing, if you haven't already, everybody, if you're interested, even if it's something, Melissa's done this, she's brought students over, come and see our building, meet our people. It's fun to watch our young leaders talk in this platform today, and the energy, enthusiasm is something that Dewey and I and the leaders of our business, really, it's fun to watch them shine. And Cindy's an intricate part of making that happen. But I think it all, again, centers around just you walk into our facility. We built it to create this type of culture, and you're going to gain a ton in so many aspects in your life by being part of it. It's just something that we all take pride in. And I think that once you spend even an hour there, you're going to go, not only do I want to be part of the internship program, but I want to win this competition. Jack talked about it, and it's something that it brings out the best in you and brings out the best in our people. And that's why our business has grown from something that started in the back of a Ford Escort, a back of a garage, to a pole barn, to a building the fraction of the size in Hudson, Wisconsin, to the beautiful building that it is today, and the flourishing company that we have.
Let me just add one last thing. Thank you, Patrick. Jack kind of touched on this, but we're not looking to hire somebody for a job. We're looking to hire somebody for a career. And we very much promote from within. And when young business professionals ask me about, what's the next job and how do I get to the next job or the next position within the organization, what I tell them is the best way to move up in this company, and if maybe I can use a baseball analogy, is to knock the ball out of the park in your current position. That's the best way to move up in this organization. I talked earlier about a performance-driven culture. It's really what it is. Perform in a huge way in your current position. You will get noticed and you will move up in this organization. And there are great opportunities, as many have mentioned already, in different cross-functional areas.
Thank you all so much. So a couple questions are just kind of basic hiring. How many interns do you hire each summer? A great question. Are you hiring any full-time people for our students graduating in May? That's always awesome when you get a question like that. That means that people are interested. And then also, can you talk a little bit about kind of what I know there's you're very humble organization, but some things that you did that were pretty cool during the pandemic as an organization that went beyond the walls of your organization. So if you could cover kind of all that, that'd be great.
Cindy, why don't you take those first questions?
Okay, the first questions are as far as the internship program. Anybody that is interested, go ahead into our website, turnkeycorrections.com, and scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll see job opportunities, and you'll be able to apply for the internship program at that point. As far as the question, and I think Dewey spoke of this earlier, is we hire and we promote from within, and our resource is the interns. We really strongly recruit for the interns and put those folks through the internship program. And, we look for those that are looking for a career, not so much as a job. And we feel like it's been very successful at this point, and so we'll more than likely continue to do that. I think as far as the question regarding what did we do fund through the pandemic, Jack, I'm going to let you take lead on this because we were pretty creative last year.
Okay, I think she was leading more towards Dewey and what we did for the community, maybe. Sure. Melissa, is that what you're getting at? But Dewey, before we start that, I can address a few of those questions. So the question, I'm going to be graduated, what sort of full-time positions are there? And then we can bring the whole travel thing back into it because, we're young people. We like to travel and see the world. So we had an intern last year. He was already graduated from college. He decided, I really like this company. I could see myself working here for a while. I'm still going to do the internship, even though it's not the craziest pay I'd get for a full-time job. And maybe he wanted that job security of just getting a full-time gig, but he took a chance with us. Completed the 12-week internship program. He did a pretty dang good job, and we offered him a full-time job. So that was a done deal, graduated senior, 12-week road bump from the internship or graduating to a full-time job. So not too big of a deal. He'll be leaving for Birmingham, England in about a month. So from graduating to the internship program to an account executive, and he leaves for England in April. So it's a pretty quick turnaround from his graduation last spring with an internship mixed in there as well. So I hope that kind of covers if you're graduating, you're thinking about this, there's no excuse not to apply for the internship. It'd be great regardless if you come here full time or you just get the experience out of us. Absolutely. Dewey, go ahead.
Sure. As a family-owned company, we're always looking for ways to give back to the community. And one of the ways we did that, I'll talk about a couple of quick ones, but one of the ways we did that during the pandemic, we had a voluntary program where if you were interested in doing so, you could donate 3% of your salary for 3 months. For those folks that did, we ended up raising $20,000. That $20,000 was then matched by our two owners, Tim and Todd Westby, to get to $40,000. We then took those $40,000 and we looked for different organizations we could help during this pandemic. So for those that are local to the River Falls area, you probably know some of these, but we gave a donation to Our Neighbor's Place. We gave a donation to Turning Point. These are shelters either for homeless or, moms that need help, families in need. We gave a very sizable donation to the Falls Theater, a family-owned theater here in River Falls that was in trouble, candidly, during the pandemic because they were not allowing any folks in. We gave to the food shelf. We gave to Coats for Kids during the winter. We also did Shop with a Cop. So these are just little ways that we were able to give back to the local community. And we weren't looking for anything for that, but what I would tell you, the look on the faces of the individuals that we provided these donations to was, it was very moving and very touching. And it spoke volumes for me, candidly, about our employees, who we are as an organization, and how we can give back. We recently, I got a call last Thursday from Ramsey County. Some of you in the area might know Ramsey County. The National Guard was being housed at one of their sites for Ramsey County for the current trials that are going on in Minneapolis. So the individual who called me, I've known since I was young. He and I have been friends for years. He said, "I need your help." I said, "What do you need?" And he said, I've got the National Guard coming in and I need to store food and keep it fresh for them because we're cooking for like 150 different National Guard troops. And so, long story, very quick, we ended up donating to them two big freezers and one cooler. And the only stipulation that our owner put on that donation was, when you're done with them, please donate them to somebody in need. That was really it. So again, speaks volumes. I've got probably 30 other examples. I won't go into those, but those are just two that really, for me personally, is one of the main reasons I work here. So if you have any further questions on that, please let me know.
Thank you both for covering all of that. It's my understanding that their internship program only goes in the summer. Is that correct, Jack? Yep. So it's a summer internship program?
Yes, for now. We have had students that maybe completed the internship program and we're looking for a few more hours. And we are able in some cases to provide part-time work. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Cindy. So I'm not lying to everyone, but I believe that has happened in the past, and that's not too big of a deal.
It actually happened to Kylie, I believe.
Yes.
Am I correct,
nice.
Kylie?
Sorry, Kylie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I did the summer internship during the summer, obviously, and then I actually asked if I could continue doing the internship during the school year until I graduated. So I worked part-time during the school year as well, just continuing my internship, helping where I could. So.
We try to keep these career treks at about 50 minutes, and you have asked some excellent questions today. So if we could, just kind of a virtual round of applause for all of our partners from 3 Square Market, Turnkey Corrections. If we could do that, students, that would be great. So thank you all very much for joining us today. Some of you already have the icon. Thanks, Hannah, for putting that up there. Thank you so much for joining us today. And again, these treks are hosted every Wednesday from 2 to 3 o'clock. They're recorded. So this will be out on the Career Treks website starting next week. And next week we have Royal Credit Union out of Eau Claire, and UW Eau Claire is hosting that. I am just very, very grateful for our partners, I should say, up the road on Highway 35 for joining us today. It's not very often where you attend a career trek and have two presidents of a company join us. So special thanks to Patrick and Dewey and everybody else.
It's our pleasure.
At Turnkey. I think for our students, just so you know, many of you have probably seen Cindy at our events before. She's kind of, for us, our main contact there as the director of HR. And so she helps us with all kinds of events and has continued to do that through the pandemic. So thank you, Cindy, for all you do for River Falls and partnering with us and volunteering to help our students. If anybody would like additional information or a contact of one of our presenters today, feel free to reach out to me. And my email is melissa.wilson@uwrf.edu. And I'll put that in the chat real quick if you want to grab that. But I'm certain that if you reach out to me, I can connect you with Cindy or Jack at the company, and they would be happy to answer your questions further, because I know we didn't get to all the questions in the chat today. And so greatest appreciation to everyone for being on the trek today. And if you have further questions, feel free to reach out. So we will